What's up, guys? NM Customs here. Today I'm going to be doing a wheel mod. What I'm going to do is replace the Porsche default wheel with my new Momo racing wheel. It's been over 2 years, so the warranty on this wheel is already finished. I would advise do not touch your wheel if you have a warranty. Just putting that out there, you know, common sense. But this is just going to be a video on how I'm doing it. Don't use it as a guideline. Try to do some research first. Make sure you know how to take apart the wheel. Anyway, let's get started. To get this all to work, I bought from Sim Hardware. It's the adapter for the wheel mount. So cost $60, which is crazy, but I mean the product is quality. So there it is right there. And that will bolt on to the wheel. Alright, so tools, really all you need is some Phillips, small Phillips if you have them for your screws, and a good long one to get into the wheel, and again, maybe a needle nose. That might come in handy. And strangely enough, a guitar pick is actually the easiest way to get this cover off, is what you need to get off to get at the screws. So I've already tried this for like 10 minutes just to get it to pop, but it does take a long time, so this may seem easier than it actually is. But you just kind of get your guitar pick in there, and eventually it will pop out. Seem to got this bottom part here. There it goes. Yeah, that may seem a little easy, but it'll be a lot more difficult. So there we go. That's what takes that off. So now that you got the wheel exposed inside, now I can't show you too well because of the camera, but there's going to be 4 screws roughly there, 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 and there in the wheel, roughly back there somewhere, and that's where this will come in handy. Now it does get tricky, and the screws may fall in. Don't panic. You'll be able to actually get them out. It's just really hard, but if you can, try not to let them fall. Nice little needle nose may stop that. And I'm having a hard time seeing because of the lighting here, but so let's get started. And don't want to waste your time. I will cut this part of the video out. Alright, once you get all 4 screws out, it gets a little tricky. You don't want to pull the wheel off because of this wire right here. And you don't want to unplug it because there's actually no way of getting this wire out the back without actually cutting or modifying the back of the plastic. And I'll show you once the wheel's off. I find it best to unplug it while it's in the wheel, because then you can feed it through the shaft and get the wire out. And then what you can do is you can leave this wheel somewhere on the side of a stand if you have space, or you're going to want to leave it plugged in, otherwise the wheel will not turn on or function. So next, once you get that off, there's going to be, hard to show here, but there's going to be an Allen key at the top of the wheel right there. So I apologize, I don't know quite the size of it, but I'm sure you can see what fits once you get to the stage. Again, be very careful with the wheel. Alright, so once you get that screw out, pop this back on really quick here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is flip it upside down, and there's going to be, let me just take this off. Okay, so there's going to be, I don't know, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. That's where your small Phillips will come in handy. Okay, so once you get all these screws out, the front, or the top part of the case, I should say, will pop off. Make sure the wheel stays there. So this part of the wheel here will pop off, or it should. There we go. I've noticed on a few models, yeah, see, same here. There's actually small washers. Those are metal, and they slip in through here. Now, I've noticed that there are some cases, like I've seen some tutorials, where those washers just fall out. Mine are actually embedded into the plastic, so I don't have to worry, but I mean, keep an eye on that when you pull the case off. Alright, so here we go. We're inside the case. This is the wire right here that you're going to want to take out. That goes to the wheel, and it's plugged in there. It will be covered with some sort of hot glue. Be very, very careful taking that off. It will come off. There's two pieces though. There's I guess like a template or case along the board, because there's a bunch of pins, and then the female side plugs into it. So it will come off. The best thing I find is to use like a small flathead, which I actually don't have on me, but I got it, and that's the hot glue you gotta be careful about. And I might have to re-hot glue that so the wires don't, I don't know, pop off. But anyway, yeah, you want to unplug that, and that will slide through here. Now this takes a lot of, you can see how they installed it. I mean, they obviously put this together like that to go through the shaft, but you're gonna want to be careful with that. That'll take some getting tricks to get out. But once you get it out, you can pull this wheel off. So I'm going to cut out the video again, and I'm going to pull this wheel off now. Alright, so I just pulled it out. You may need it, this was hard to use, but you may need a long, thin screwdriver, because you got to be able to somewhat poke this through. If you can look inside here, I'm not sure if that'll work, but you can see that design, the grooves there. It will get caught in those grooves, but it's not too hard to get out. Just need something to poke it through. So now the wheel is separate from the base, as you can see. Again, this wheel must be plugged in for this to work. But now that this is off, we can get going on the mounting of the new wheel. So the adapter, I mean, if you're clever enough to make your own, it's not too hard as long as you follow that screw template, and then you follow whatever template wheel you have. Mine's a 6-bolt. You should be okay, but I wanted to have a sure thing. I wanted something that was built with, you know, care and quality, and you know, obviously this has been tested as a, you know, proven or approved, sorry, wheel adapter. So with your factory screws that you took off the wheel earlier, these buggers, you can screw this template on. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so I got my adapter plate on. and I gotta admit, this this fit flawlessly. I thought maybe the holes would align. You never know with handmade parts, but that was probably the most accurate part I've ever actually installed anything. Okay, so that's on. Now it's time to mount the wheel. And make sure you turn your wheel all the way into one direction so it lines up properly. Alright, so I have just 2 bolts right now to show you guys. The wheel's attached, and that brace is like really solid. It's just moving the entire wheel, for God's sakes. Yeah, really good wheel mount. Everything lined up. The only problem I had was the logo, Momo logo of the wheel. I guess because there's a horn on it, that wouldn't fit correctly. So I may just mod that on later somehow using this here. But yeah, wheel is on. It looks amazing. It feels great. This is a 14 centimeter wheel. The Porsche wheel is a 12, so it is a big difference. I mean, only 2 inches, but it makes all the difference. Yeah, so that is how you replace wheels on your Porsche. Now, this has to stay connected, as you can see. I may be doing an extra wire, doing like an extended wire, but if you don't know how to do that, this is the only way you can really, you know, leave the wheel on a stand. You know, you'd have to figure that out for yourself. That's the only way the wheel will actually function. Otherwise, it won't turn on. You won't be able to switch to PC mode and all that. So yeah, stay tuned for another video. I will show this wheel in action. I'm gonna put everything back together. So yeah. All right, this wraps up this I guess how-to video, or how I did my wheel. It's on, it works. It's really nice. So to see this wheel in action, stay tuned for an upcoming video. Thanks for watching. If you guys liked it, please leave a like. If you have something to say, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks.